Yes, so Indians downloaded over 6 billion apps in 2016, and it is like it has increased almost 2.5 if you see, because in 2015 it was only 3.5 billion. Okay, so basically if you see, that is the growth of 71%. Okay, and yes, this is to reach, the projection is to reach like 7.7 billion, okay, by the end of 2017, and 20.1 billion by 2020. So if you can see this, that by 2020 it should reach, and we have almost reached the target. So the download will be increased to 20.1 billion by 2020. So this is, as I said, also these are the remarkable achievements. Let's now talk about some other things called about. So this was all we were speaking about, was the telecom sector. Now we will talk about is the port sector in India. Yes. So, ports or ports sector in India. Okay, so now ports is like, it's a common characteristics of the fast growing East and Southeast Asian countries, has seen the the rapid growth of trade during their high growth period. Okay, and the higher share of trade in the economy contributes to the attainment of higher efficiency. Okay, so a country improves its resources allocation by exporting those goods where it exhibits competition advantage, and wherever the competition is less, the companies will, or the countries will export more there. So that is why, in order to achieve a higher economic growth and a higher efficiency level, the trade GDP ratio needs to increase substantially. So improvement efficiency of ports, because ports is very cheap transaction, or that is the way is cheapest mode of transport, and that is why for exports most of the countries prefer the ports. Okay, so there must be an expansion of ports, and it is essential for promoting the growth of trade and export competitiveness. Okay, so now let's talk about a brief profile of the ports in India. Okay, so now basically India has 12 major ports, and by first year of 2017, the cargo capacity at major ports, they have grown a lot. So let's see the growth. 1065 metric tons in the first year of 17. Okay, so that means there is a 10.32% growth till now, but we need to do it better. Okay, now all these 12 major ports, in that, if you see, the cargo is basically 647.43 million tons. Okay, so basically the growth rate is not very good here, it's only 6.79%. Okay, now India has 200 non-major ports. There are 200 non-major ports also, which are strategically located on the world's shipping route, so that also has to be improved. So till December 2016, non-major ports were also handled. Okay, and traffic, so there is a traffic at major and non-major ports also have increased to 4.6%. Okay, so now let us see the location advantage. So let us see where we are falling into the location advantage, especially our ports. So location, okay, so traffic at major and non-major ports have increased to 4.6%, as I said, in the year till December 2016. And most, if you see these cargo ships that sail between East India or East Asia and America, Europe and Africa, pass through Indian territorial water. So India can earn a lot. Location wise we have a great advantage. Okay, now let's talk about the next one, that is the rising investments. So yes, there has been a rise in the port structure also. So total investments in India by 2020 is expected, by 2020, let me down, to reach US dollars 43.03 billion. Okay, and yes, there will be some special economic zones. So what is special economic zone? So there is not going to be much of tariff rate there, and these are zones where the tariffs will be free. Okay, there will be no import quotas also here. So the special economic zones are being developed specially for friendly countries. Okay, in very close proximity. So very nearby the cargo, the ports have been made for the special economic zones to several ports, okay, comprising on, especially for coal, coal based power plants, so that, coals can be shifted from one side, then steel plants and oil refinery. So now if you have known that Russia is also drawing a line of oil refineries with India and Russia, there's going to be a big collaboration. Okay, coming to the next point we will talk about is the policy support. So the government has basically initiated NMDP. Okay, now this is basically for the maritime sector. Okay, and basically how much is the investment? 11.8 billion dollars, US dollars. Okay, but now it is like, here also, FDI investment is 100%. Investment by automatic route. Okay, and there is like, basically there will be a 10th, this is very important, the 10th year tax holiday. So if you're engaging yourself in the port industry, so every 10th year there will be a tax holiday, so that year you need not pay tax. Okay, so that is a privilege and incentive given to the people who are, so that they are interested more into the port activities. For enterprises engaged in ports. Okay, now there are plans to create the port capacity of around 3,000, and so ports capacity also is also planning to be increased. And how much are they planning? 3,200 metric tons. Okay, and here the expected traffic is also supposed to be grown. So expected traffic in this area is 2,500 metric tons, and this is also a goal which has to be accomplished by 2020. Okay, so now we will see into a different sector where we are going to see the categorization of Indian ports. Okay, so let me just delete this. This is a very new concept, but yes, there are plenty of questions which come from here also. So categorization of Indian ports. Okay, so as I said, there are ports. Okay, and as I had told you also, there are 12 major ports. So major, and then we have is minor. Okay, and as I already told you, here let us write there are 12 major ports. Okay, and out of that 6 is on the eastern coast and 6 is on the western coast. So we do not have anything in the southern coast also. And then now let's talk about minor. Now minor, India has many minor ports. So India has about 200 non-major ports. Okay, and in this 1/3 are operational. Okay, so now let us talk about something else. Let's continue the major ports. So we'll talk first about major ports and then we'll talk about minor ports. Okay, so now major ports are under the jurisdiction of Government of India and are governed by major, very important, Major Port Trust Act 1963, except there's one port called as Ennore Port, which is, so this also they can ask you the question, which is administered under the Companies Act 1956, which has been changed to 2019. It has been reformed. Now let's talk about the minor ports. Okay, so now non-major ports, which are the minor ports, come under the jurisdiction of the respective state governments maritime boards, that is GMP. Okay, so this is very important, as I told you also. Now let's talk about the major ports. I'll give you one by one the major ports. So let me write down major ports in India. So let's talk from the western coast. So it is Kandla, then we have Mumbai, then we have JNPT, Jamnagar, that is. Then we have Mormugao, which is near Goa. Then we have New Mangalore and Cochin. Okay. Now in the east coast we have, so let's write about the east. It is Kolkata, Paradeep, Visakhapatnam, Ennore and Chennai. Okay, so as I said, 6 here and 6 there, so that is very important. Okay, now the capacity of major ports have also increased from 7.7% now, and despite the capacity increasing, the utilization rates have been very less, and as I said also, because of the global economic meltdown, the ports have not been utilized properly because exports are not happening, as I said. And utilization rates of the major ports in India, such as JNPT, then Kandla Port, then we have Ennore Port, are much above the world's average. So we are using these ports very well. Okay, so that is very important also. Now in 2016, 12 major ports were identified under the Sagar Mala project. Okay, and now here all these major ports have been cargo handling since they will be handling these cargoes till 2035 under the Sagar Mala project. Okay, and the objective of this project is to promote the port led development and to provide infrastructure to quickly transport goods to and fro ports with higher efficiency and at lower cost. Okay, now coming to the next one, some important achievements. Yes, the Indian Port Rail Corporation Limited, that is the IPRCL. Okay, so they plan to conduct rail infrastructure expansion and modernization work for JNPT, Kandla and Haldia dock complex in April 2017. Now similar works have already been started similar works, let me mention that similar works have been started already. And which are the places it has started? Let's see. Let's start with first is Kolkata. Then we have Vishakhapatnam. Then we have Tuticorin, Mangalore and Chennai ports. Okay. Now as I see, so we will see one by one about the, as I said, these are the major highlighting points for the Port Trust in India, and like what are the achievements which India has done in the port thing, also the port department or the port sector. So now we will talk about the next thing, that is about something about the Deutsche Bank here. So Deutsche Bank, everybody is very known to it. So Germany's Deutsche Bank okay, or Deutsche Bahn Engineering. So it's called as Germany's Bahn or Bahn actually, yes, engineering and consultant, because Germany is very good in port and also in steel. Okay, so Germans have come and they have done a joint venture with us. Plans to form a joint venture with Indian Port Rail Corporation Limited. So what is the full short form? IPRCL. Okay. Now what is the aim? With an aim to connect Indian ports with railways. Now Germany and India, are working on projects worth $14.87 billion, which has already been implemented by IPRCL. Okay. Now let's see the last major developments in the port sector. Now in May 2017, the government of India laid the foundation stone for various projects of the Kandla port. Okay. Now the construction has also started here, so we can mention here the construction of the Chabar or the Chabahar. So it is CHB. Okay. So Chabahar port will further encourage. So this will also help, will boost the economy also, will further encourage the Kandla or the growth of the Kandla port. Okay. Now the court has been renamed. So the port has been renamed. So what is the new name of the port? It is called as Deen Dayal Port Trust Kandla. Okay, so this is very important. So if you see the achievements, also the recent development and strategies for sports sector, so we will see the next thing. We will see what strategies the government of India is doing. So let us write here, recent development and ports strategies for port sector. Okay, so first is they want to increase the private participation, so increasing private participation. Second is setting up of port based special economic zones. Okay, third is to focus on the draft path. Okay, then ports to operate on green energy. Then there is a specialized, so specialist should be there, so specialist terminal based ports. And the sixth one is landlord, so landlord port model. Okay, so we will understand one by one. The first thing we will talk about is the increasing privatization. So yes, there is a strong growth potential and favorable investment climate, and which is provided by the state governments. State governments are also encouraging the domestic and foreign private players to enter the Indian port sectors. Okay, and in addition to the development of ports and terminals, the private sector has extensively participated in ports logistics. So logistic services also they have participated a lot. Okay,